Alright, what's up guys, so welcome back to another video, and got some Arsenal news here. So obviously a few hours ago I released a video talking about following Balogun, about the sad news that he probably will be leaving Arsenal this summer. I go into loads of detail and everything in that video, and also had some clips I've took of him scoring goals for the under-23s. So you do not want to miss out on that, so make sure to go back to the last video and give that a watch. We know about Balogun so far. The apparent reason is because he's not getting any first team minutes at Arsenal. Obviously he's a brilliant player. I believe he's played something about 70 games and has scored 50 goals so far for the under-23s. We received a £5 million offer for him plus add-ons from Brentford, but rejected that last summer, I believe. And yeah, apparently there's loads of European clubs interested in him. As I said, he is one of the best, young talents at Arsenal, in the Arsenal under-23 squad. But today I'm here with my dad, and I'm going to be getting his views on the actual situation, because we usually both go to the Arsenal under-23 games pretty much every couple of weeks or so, and he usually starts every single game. So, if this news is true, what do you think of the situation? Do you think it's a mistake from Arsenal?
Well, if the news is true, I can understand why Balogun wants to move, because he wants to play in the first team. Arsenal got a lot of good players, and he's got to fight his way up there. You can't just put Balogun in, because under-23s, as we know, is not Premier League football. So you've got to give young people an opportunity. So maybe a mistake on Arsenal's point, but see it from the manager's perspective. He's got all these great players. Right, we've got Balogun who's doing well in the under-23s, but they're not really the same. It's totally different levels of playing. So Arteta may say to himself, well, okay, give me a bit longer, develop him and all that stuff. However, Balogun, by going away and developing his game in another club at a senior level, may be the great opportunity he needs, and could come back to Arsenal afterwards. So there's always that possibility. But I understand he's a keen, he's very hungry to get up there and show what he can do in the senior level, and he's not getting a chance at Arsenal. I don't really blame him. In the end, he may get paid a bit more money. So, careers in football is very short, and that they have to think about that all the time. Well,
obviously we've got a couple of young players at the moment who do want to break into the first team. A couple of them being Tyrese John Jules, Emil Smith-Rowe. We've seen them a couple of times at the under-23s. And what Arsenal have done with them, instead of just selling them, they've actually sent them out on loan for a season or two. And when they're going to bring them back, they'll probably put them in the first team. Right. And we've seen that happen with Eddie Nketiah. He's come up from the under-23 squad. He went on loan to Leeds. He was recalled early, and now he's pretty much starting every match for the first team.
Well, maybe that's what they should do with this guy. But in the end, he needs to think about his career. And if he's not getting the first division, he's not playing in the Premier League, and that's what he wants to do. A very keen, very hungry young man who wants to do well, then he will have to look elsewhere. Also, Arsenal's on a slippery road down the hill a little bit at the moment, and if he sees another opportunity with another great club, well, once again, he's 18. Who's going to blame him? I wouldn't blame him if one of the great teams asked him to go and play with them. But as I said, this is an if still, isn't it? It's not an actual fact.
So, we've seen this situation a few times before. One of the main ones being with Serge Gnabry. He joined Arsenal under Wenger. He left, and now he's one of the most highly rated young players in the world at the moment. So, every Arsenal fan would love him back at the club. So do you think if we do the same thing with following Balogun, do you think we'll still really regret it, or do you think he doesn't really have a big future or not?
The answer is I don't know, because you don't know, he may become the most cherished player in a great club who foster him a bit more than Arsenal do. I'm sure Arsenal care about him and they want him to stay, but at the same time, if he's going to get £5 million?
Well, that's a bid Arsenal got, and right, add-ons, but we rejected that.
We rejected it. So there may be an opportunity for Arsenal to just get back £10 million. In the end, we're at a very difficult time in footballing history. The COVID-19 virus has affected all the cash flow in football, as we all know. There's no one going to the games anymore, so money's not coming in. So maybe they're trying to sell some of their assets without, damaging their team, so they get club money back into the old will.
Yeah.
This football is a business, and you need cash flow. So by selling him and he'll go away and do great things. Maybe they'll get £10 million for him. Just adds to the cash flow. And let's face it, £300,000 for one player a week. Someone's got to pay for that. It's one of those things. Business is business, my friends.
Yeah. Well, I kind of agree with you. I'd prefer him to obviously stay at Arsenal. I think he's a brilliant player. And as I said, one of my favourite young players. You think maybe we should sell him and cash in on him, get some money?
Yeah, we haven't got any money. As simple as that. We've had 3 months now, no Premier League football with no people going there. I mean, how many people can sit in Arsenal Stadium? How many people? 60,000, right? Whatever it is. And they all pay a certain amount of money. It's a lot of money we're losing every week. So they've got to cash somewhere. It is a business, and you've got to make the money back somehow. But we shouldn't sell the family silver off, as I say. We should keep our good players. But in the end, he's got to develop as well. So he may want to do it. I don't know the whole story. I've only heard half of the story, which is he may or may not be going. So I think over the next couple of days it'll become clearer and we can have another conversation.
Yeah, so just again, finally, yes or no question. Is it going to be bad if Arsenal do let him go, yes or no?
No, I don't think so. Because we don't play him in our first team, do we?
No. Well, if we can, manage to get some buy-on clauses or anything like that, then maybe, as I said, I really like him as a player and I would have loved to see him stay at Arsenal.
Let me ask you a question. Why hasn't he played in the senior team then?
I don't know. I'm not sure. We've got players in the senior team at the moment. I don't know why he's not starting, FA Cup games or anything.
Yeah, so
because
there
I
must be a
think
reason
he's a
behind
brilliant
that.
player, but
Well, he's a brilliant player in the under-23s.
yeah,
That's a whole different ball game. The under-23s are not. You're not playing against Man City,
no.
the under-23, Premier League division. So the question is, why is Arteta not playing in the first team?
Yeah, I guess so.
So there must be something, an underlying reason for that, and I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. When we've seen him, he's always played incredibly well. We enjoy watching him play, haven't we?
Yeah, 100%.
But we haven't seen him in the big leagues, and maybe he needs to go away, play in those big areas, develop his game, maybe come back to Arsenal. You don't know, and see where he goes.
Do you think a loan spell, if he had gone out on loan for a season and come back to Arsenal, would that work?
That would have been a good thing for him to do.
Yeah.
But once again, we don't know the whole story yet. What we could do is talk about this again once we know the whole story.
Yeah, okay. So that wraps up the video, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
So if you do want to see, obviously, more videos with my dad in them, then please make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. Subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on the post notification bell. Obviously, this is only a bit of the story, and we don't know the full story yet. So when, obviously updates come out, I will be updating you, as I do with every single Arsenal story and transfer news and everything. We've got a match coming up soon on Wednesday against Norwich, so obviously I'll be covering the whole restart of
What's
that
the
and
score's going to
everything.
be in Norwich game, Thomas?
Well, honestly, I think it will probably be a 3-1 victory to Arsenal.
3-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah, something like that.
But once again, going back to my original video yesterday, they can really work on their defence during this game.
Yeah.
Really important for the FA Cup.
Well, I'll obviously be doing I always do a preview of the match the day before, so that will be coming out tomorrow, so make sure to look out for that. And yeah, I think that's it. So we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.